Hi everybody, it's me, Lindsie. I want to bring this up to attention. And what happened is, I've been informed by, on my Facebook, that I use for my Twitter friends. One of them had tagged me in with a couple of people, and there is a situation as about Billy Corgan is suing Dixie Carter and TNA Wrestling. Now, before you guys go crazy about these people, you want to know who is Billy Corgan? Billy Corgan was, in fact, the lead singer of this crazy. Just want to make sure because I don't know when to get in trouble. Yeah, he was the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins, which is an alternative rock, but sorry. Anyway, besides that, he has been working like his music and stuff. He has been into pro wrestling, and this year alone, he has been involved with TNA Wrestling, and it was revealed that he was going to be the president of TNA Wrestling. But I was really sure that he was going to he was going to buy TNA Wrestling, and I was like, that would be great. But however, rumors were circulating saying that one of the talents of TNA Wrestling, a pro wrestler known as Matt Hardy, says that he wants to buy TNA Wrestling. And that was a rumor. Another rumor was going around saying that WWE is interested in buying the library from TNA Wrestling, their library, because I think some of their I would say some of the WWE talent has been in TNA Wrestling, mostly of AJ Styles, Christian, even though he's no longer wrestling anymore, but he has a show going on WWE Network with Edge, who also does not wrestle anymore. Who else I'm thinking who's really into Austin Aries. Oh, I can't believe I have to mention that name. Sorry. Little anger. Bobby Roode, Eric Young, they're also in there. So is Samoa Joe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking on the back of my head. They have been wrestling in TNA Wrestling since the end. Some of them have been there since the beginning, and others who have been, during that time. Well, apparently, that was the rumor going on, and nobody knows if it's neither one of them, but I found out that Billy Corgan is asking for a temporary restraining order to TNA Wrestling and the TNA chairwoman, Dixie Carter, which that's what she's been referenced on TV, but sorry, I'm not going further, but anyway, now, to be honest with all of you guys, I have not been into TNA Wrestling, and it's not because I was not being interested anymore. It's not my fault. This is 100% of Comcast, and let me explain. I was really enjoying watching Pop TV and Spike TV. Now, Pop TV is owned by CBS and Lionsgate, and Spike TV is owned by Viacom. Now, I was watching Impact Wrestling, and I was going good until I find out that that actually, I think it was somehow I lost the privilege. I don't know why I said privilege, but it felt like it is a privilege when you're watching, these channels. I have the channels were took away from us as a customer, and without any warning. Even though Comcast claims that they had sent out the warning, but they didn't. I had to find out the information on a wrestling news website that Comcast was going to take away of this because Comcast was going to take it away with it without any informing. And I think the reason why is this because it's partly maybe because of the net neutrality, and the other reason is because they're owned by NBC Universal. And I really wanted to tell my mother, since lately we've been having a lot of problems with Comcast because my TV upstairs is not working. Then when I want to watch on demand, or when I'm watching shows and I get this little weird, sometimes it would like blip to like into a blackness, and not to mention the internet is bad, especially when it comes around during nighttime, even though when I'm supposed to be asleep. But sometimes I want to watch something or read something before I go to sleep, and it's not working right. So that's what major causes, and I'm really going to try to get my mother to file a complaint to the FCC because it's ridiculous. I mean, Comcast is not doing anything right away about this. The prior suggestion says that in order to fix my TV, they wanted to send out a technician. We said no because I had hooked everything up right. And they still they still wanted to send out a technician. I'm really offended because I twisted it and turned it in. And it's ridiculous. Even if I have to, unplug my TV and then replug it. Well, not the TV. I meant the cable box. I have to unplug it, then replug it. It'll work for I don't know, maybe a couple of days to a couple of months. And then it won't work again. So I'm suggesting my mother to either file a complaint to the FCC, or we continue to deal with this bullcrap. I don't want to say the other word because I don't know why I don't feel like I want to curse. So anyway, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I find out that actually from a YouTube creator who I don't know how to pronounce his name. I will link his video in the description. He brought up something going on with Comcast that has to do with the internet that they're doing right now into 18 locations that they're trying to cap off of a 1 terabyte. And if you go over it, you would end up paying more money. Now, that is kind of ridiculous if you ask me. But I'm not sure why. But it's affecting in around Ohio, Florida, and some other states, and mostly because Florida is where my family is living. Demands of it, and I'm getting a little bit annoyed about this. So hopefully I can convince and persuade my mother to report this to the FCC because So, if you guys are wondering, have I been known what's going on with TNA Wrestling? Yes and no. And I told you the no part is because the Comcast. This is their fault. But the other part is, yes, I have been noticing of it, and it's because have Twitter, and there are a lot of things, and even though there's somebody out there who's doing the spoilers, I wish somebody goes after that guy. I'm just kind of mad, but I did find out about Eddie Edwards being the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, so congrats to him. But it's hard to get back into things and into into a movement. I mean, doing the same thing that you love. And it's not just TNA wrestling, but I mean, it's going to drive me nuts because I really want to watch General Hospital, but I can't because I have to go online. I have to watch the 7/29 episode, the 7/29 2016 episode, and it's going to take me for a while to catch up. Believe me. And it frustrates me. And if you guys thinking that I should be watching Daddy, well, guess what? No. And the reason why I'm not is because besides the rumor about buying not just TNA Wrestling's video library, but also Ring of Honor Wrestling library, which is making me very upset because even though you guys are thinking, oh, why you can't be Ring of Honor? No, don't say that. First of all, Ring of Honor has been doing well, okay? Second of all, going after the library is pure bull. And it's not just because of some of their dirty talent, but they're not just because of some of their talent. Their superstars have been there, but, and I mean this, but there are those who are still on the roster who has been there since the Ring of Honor inception. And on top of that, not only just those guys, but those who have been, including my favorite wrestler, Chris Hero. Oh, well, I'm just getting angry about this. And believe me, I think not just only Ring of Honor. I think TNA has some of it of Chris, and believe me, I know, I guess, because he mentioned that he had. Though I wish I could say some of it, but believe me. But the reason why I'm saying this is because it's ridiculous. Yes, and that's the reason why of this rumor going on. And the reason why is because I'm very upset about this, and because of it. And not just only that, but I will also open other reasons. The reason why is that the way how they had treated both Chris, actually shouldn't say 2 but 3, even though I'm not one to make Jessica Havoc mad. Well, actually, she is the 4th reason. I don't want to make her mad. I don't want to make Sami Callihan mad or Tim Johnson, Chris Hero mad, but they were really kind of mean and stuff. And the reason why is it has to do with what I just know of. And the reason why is because it started back in 2013, which is about 3 years ago. Actually, because next month it will be 3. They released Chris Hero, and somebody was causing a rumor, or whoever it was, I hoped to God they get something bad happens to them. There were rumors saying it's because Chris had gained weight. That was not exactly true. Apparently, I'm in hearing stuff that they did not have anything for him. him. Actually, I think that's what Chris was saying, that they had nothing for him. But he was hoping that they would go down the road and to revisit this and if they want to. I don't think they will be in a while because the way how they are, and they know who they are, because this is why I'm very angry. Now, the second reason is the way how they also had. Now, that also implies the same thing happened with Sammy Callahan. Now, as for Tim Donst and Jessica Havoc, for Tim Donst, he was not chosen to be part of Tough Enough, which apparently proves that there was something going on around the internet saying that Duddy rather have somebody who has less experience in wrestling, and furthermore, I think they did not want to bring him in because he was been trained by Chris, and I don't think Duddy won't admit that ever. All they care about is they want models and former athletes because they have the mold. And the fact is they don't. If you want to be a pro wrestler, you have to have the ideal. You need to understand how the works. Traveling on the road, going to a wrestling school. What else? You have to understand also about indie booking as well. I mean, in order to have those kinds of experience before you enter a WWE ring, I mean, especially if you get trained by Matt Bloom and Sarah Del Rey. But besides that, and now let me explain to you about Jessica Havoc. The reason why they did not sign her is because they got pestered by their annoying fans, also known as the Bella Twin fans. What happened was, want somebody who wants their little 15 minutes of fame, that you know who you are. Well, I'm calling out a lot of people and make me feel like I'm almost like Casey Neistat. Like good video dudes, just don't get mad at me, hey. But anyway, somebody ended up going to Jessica Havoc's Twitter account, find her old tweets, and it was about they believed that it was a racist thing. Sadly, it wasn't. The tweets were meant to her friends, and one of them is a wrestler known as Jason Cade, and that was who it was for. And I think Jason responded, and he was not offended by it. But these horrible Bella Twin fans saying, we don't want this woman to be part of this because it's not nice, and we don't want this for our queens, the Bella Twins. Really? So, not to mention, they went out of control tweeting to the people who are responsible. I'm like, oh dear Lord in heaven, I'm like, these people need their help, need a lot of help, And I really mean that because, it's not right to say. Okay. Oops, sorry. I'm reading something you guys are not supposed to see, okay? So, anyway, bottom line is, for all this understanding, I have not been watching TNA since January this year. I haven't been watching WWE since 2013. And if you guys think I should, I won't. I'd rather, you know what? I'd rather be right now watching Ring of Honor episodes, and hell, I'll continue on to supporting Evolve Wrestling, even though I haven't got one of my DVD, even though I haven't got my DVD, and Fight TV owes me something as well. All right. And furthermore, and I mean this, furthermore, or I'm wondering who would have the chance to, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with Combat Zone Wrestling. I just want to mention this. What is going on with Combat Zone Wrestling doing TV tapings? I mean, are they shopping for a somebody to provide? I mean, I would love to see them to be, I don't know, being seen with, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I mean, are they shopping for something? I mean, is there a reason? What do you guys think? I need your input in all of this madness. And, yeah. Thank you for guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.